Doink. Hey, I had to say it. I know it's Saturday, but I had to say it anyways. All right, so welcome everybody from jAMMY time. Show and Dish had a very extremely long day, and so they ended jAMMY time a little earlier than normal, which is fine. It's understandable. I picked on her, but she knows I was only teasing her. I know, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. I understand. So we're gonna hopefully everybody will come over. Maybe if they didn't, if they weren't too tired or what have you. So far we got driver of all with us, and Mr. Gryden is with us. Steve's getting a snack. I don't know why, because that's just Steve. But anyway, we're here, and it was a good fun jAMMY time. I had a good time. I was a little late, but it was a good time anyways, as it always is. Crazy time too, huh? Jeez, I can't even hold a God-loving giveaway without an issue. Holy cow.
Well, I was kind of stirring the pot on that just to give you some more hell.
No, I never, ever miss a number. Ever.
Mike, that was going by so fast. Like I said, it was going whole pages at a time. I mean,
was it?
Yes. And it wasn't scrolling them. It would just blank out and show go way down. And like I said, I couldn't keep up with it for nothing.
I just felt bad. But thankfully, Double K came up with an idea. Or was it Double K or was it PG?
Yeah, I think it was.
Double K came up with an awesome idea and said, put all the names in the hat and pull one. And so, yeah, for those of you that were there, you obviously know that's how they did it. For those of you that weren't, that's how we did it. We put the names in the hat, the people that said 16, and pull one out and happened to be Dish. So,
yeah, that's a good home for it.
But like I said, it's just weird how it went down because, again, it's never happened to me before. So, but we're here. And Gear has my favorite hat on. Oh, he did have it on. But I love that hat.
It had no trouble working on yours.
What's that, buddy?
My lower third works on yours, but it doesn't work on Michelle's on the just playing.
Yeah.
Or jAMMY time.
I don't know. Sweetheart, I thought you went to bed. Go get some sleep. Yeah, tell Michelle to have a good and go get some sleep.
Right now, they're probably putting cold cream or baby lotion or something on each other. Their sunburns.
Oh, that'd be something to watch. Not my fault, Michelle. Jiver brought it up.
Sweet dreams. Yeah.
PG, what was happening was it wasn't really a blur on my end. It was, they were going, I go, okay, and I was just sitting here. What, to me, maybe it was a lag or what have you, I don't know. But it wasn't like doing this to me. I could keep up with it, But hey, Blue, what's up?
To some of those people from across the pond that used to always come in.
Who? CCT and all them?
Yeah, and Danny and CCT and.
Oh, I don't know.
Hey, Blue.
Saints, I sent you a link.
Hey, Blue.
Steve, if you're listening, Steve, you have a link. Lou, would you like to jump on? We're not going to be here
Wouldn't that
too
be
long.
hilarious if Bird Dog did come in?
Oh, Bird Dog, if you're listening, sweetheart, you wanna link? Because we can have so much fun with you being on here and on Jamie Time. Oh, the hell that will raise.
Yeah, would indeed.
That would be funny as all hell.
Steve's back.
No problem, Lou. It's just, I wish I could stop coughing. But that friggin' pollen. Oh,
Check your bells, Steve.
that friggin' pollen is absolutely killing me.
Yeah, the scanner said they had a suspicious person walking in my neighborhood a while ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What makes a person suspicious?
I don't know.
Trench coat and boots, or?
Couldn't tell you. Well, today, this town was in a fighting mood today. They probably had at least a dozen different places that were having fights and road rage and in a road rage in a parking lot.
Oh, really? Road rage in a parking lot. What are they? Let me guess. Fighting over a goddamn parking spot.
Probably so.
I was there first.
Then one block over and one house down from where I'm at, there's an assault there. And I said that scanner was busy today.
Yeah, that's why when I go, when I go to parking lots, one of the reasons. The other reason is I was brought up doing it, but I was parking the first pile, not the absolute furthest, but I always park pretty far away.
Well, I generally have to because of my pickup truck. It's a full-size pickup truck with the long bed on it.
Yeah.
And anything up close, if there is one open, it's so tight, I'll get door dinged. I mean, I'm careful when I'm getting out, and I've got the plastic strip, so I don't. If it does open up, it's not gonna scratch anything.
Right.
But and it's so long, it sticks out 2 or 3 feet more than virtually anything else. So I'm usually out quite a ways.
Well, I do it for the old people, or people that can't walk so well or what have you, whether they're old or young. So my dad was, ever since I was a kid, It didn't matter, pouring rain, freaking snow, it didn't matter. It was just where you parked.
I tell you, some of the parking lots around here, the bigger stores, whatever, have actually started putting up or taking 1 or 2 of the handicap and putting it for wounded warriors.
Oh, cool.
And I've even actually seen one for it says expected mothers or something like that. So.
I like parking about the middle where the cart corral is.
Yeah, that you don't have to friggin' worry about. Yeah.
They usually have one like closer to the door than they have one that's like right in the middle of the parking lot. I like parking there.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about you have to walk a country mile to put your carriage back.
Yeah.
And it's funny, you know what kills me though, you talk about that, right? Is people, they'll be like 4 spaces down from that carriage corral and they can't walk down and put their carriage in that corral.
Oh yeah.
They'll get out, they'll leave it in the front, so now you can't get in that spot because without having to get out to move that carriage. I'm like, are you kidding me? What does this world come to that you can't walk? What's a car space? What's the width of a car space? Friggin' 5 feet? I mean, really? You can't walk 20 feet and dump a car? Yeah, I don't know. It's just funny. We've definitely become a lazy society, that's for sure, and a selfish one too. I mean, here
Oh,
you let
it's an all me society anymore.
yeah, you let people out of a
Everybody
side street and people flip you off, and you know, it's unreal. The other day, Tuesday, one or the other, I'm walking in Dunkin' Donuts, and I held the door open for a woman, and then there was another woman that she wasn't with the first one. She was like 5, 6 feet, 7 feet away, or whatever, maybe a little longer. So I waited and I held the door open for her. She says, "Well, thank you very much." She's very welcome. Now I come in, right, and they're in line. They're like, "Go ahead, you can get in front of us. You let us in." And I goes, "No, no, 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 no. Go right ahead, young ladies." And they're like, "Well, thank you." I said, "Oh, you're welcome." And she said something about, it's refreshing to know that there are still some people in this world that are nice. I goes, "Well, you know what? I feel the same way you do, so, you know."
Hey, if I'm if I'm coming up to the door and somebody's either right behind me or if somebody's coming out, male or female, it doesn't
Yep,
matter.
yep.
I hold the door.
And you know what happened? I ordered my hey CCT, what's up? I ordered my I call it a Great One regular because that's what they've been calling it for years, but now all of a sudden it's extra large. I ordered my extra large regular coffee, and the first woman that I held the door open for, gave the cashier the money and said, I got it, you know. But I don't know, you let people out of side streets and people behind you get mad. And
Yeah.
the only time I get mad as a driver, whether I'm driving my car or the truck, if the weather's fine, it's not raining, it's not snowing, it's not icy on the roads or anything like that, okay, and the speed limit's 40, and you're doing like 30, pull over. Pull over.
Yep. Yep. Well, I don't care what lane you're in.
Do the
I mean,
speed limit.
or on the highway, if you're going slower and somebody's coming up behind you,
Move to the right.
move to the right. Let them go by you, and then if you want to, get back over. But I
Just
don't
like
care
my
if you're
wife.
doing the speed limit.
We're on our way to our party today. We had a communion party for my nephew. And I'm like, oh, Nana Finn's in my way again. And she says, what? I goes, honey, the speed limit's 45. She says, yeah, I'm doing 34, 33. I go, it's not like it's raining. If it's raining, if it's an older I get it. I don't have an issue with that. I'm not a total asshole.
Oh, even
But
when I'm driving residential streets, and it's like just my wife and I and the dog or whatever, and I'm not in any big hurry. We're just cruising around or whatever. I'm taking my time so we can see things, what's going on, what people are doing with their yards or looking at flowers blooming, whatever it is. If somebody's coming up behind me, I'll pull over to the curb and let them go ahead. I'm not going to delay somebody or have them come up and piss them off just because I'm
yeah,
doing 25.
yep. See, that's how I am too. Like I'll be going through, Maine or New Hampshire or something, or I think I just spotted a deer or whatever. I'll just pull right over anyways. I won't even slow down. You know what I mean? Because, like you just said, I don't want to piss off the people behind me. CCT says his wife does that on purpose. Like if she sees someone itching to get past her, she'll let every single car out of side roads. That's pretty funny considering I've done that. I had a guy, he was up my ass. Now, I don't drive slow, ever. Snow, rain, it don't matter. So I had this guy up my ass, and I even moved over to let him by me. He didn't want to go by me. I said, well, screw you then. He's giving me the finger and the whole 9 yards. I goes, I'm going to fix this guy's ass. I let probably 30-something cars out of a shopping plaza parking lot, and about 15 of them in. This guy is going ballistic behind me.
The way I play that game is when I'm coming up and say it's a stop sign or construction or whatever, people either merging in or coming out of a driveway or
Yep.
when I first see, I see how many cars are there, and if there's 4 there, and then I come up, I say, okay, well, those 4 were already there before I arrived, so I'll wait and I'll let those 4 or
Oh,
whatever
yep. See,
get
that's
out.
how I do it too. That's all.
Well,
You know what, driver?
we're professional
Because we're
freaking drivers.
professional drivers. That's what exactly. Because I do the same thing. You know, that is weird how us drivers we just. Steve, you made it. You all snacked out now?
Yes, had a quick bowl of cereal and a couple pieces of toast, and then I remembered I forgot to put my leftovers away, and I would have been pissed.
Guess said, fuck him. I'll stab him. I'm just kidding. Gear doesn't talk like that. I just put words in his mouth for him, right, Gear?
Right on.
Maybe.
Yeah, and I've noticed too, these young drivers on the road, it's like they don't teach them the courtesy part anymore or something.
Yeah.
Cheryl B says, I hate it when I'm doing like 50 and a 35. And some dipshit is tailgate and then them flashing blue lights on the roof look stupid. Hey, Dick and Joe, how the hell are you?
Up there.
SKS, good to see you. How you been? Saint, you want in, bro? I sent you a link. You know that, brother. You always have an open invite. Did I miss anybody? CCT. PG's here.
Wow.
And I think I got everybody else.
Cyber couldn't tweet you.
Double K made it.
Sweet. It's a good turnout for a pop-up.
Double K said I had to drive in New York City on Monday and Tuesday. I think I aged 10 years from the stress. I'm with you. However, seeing how you drove in there, you know I don't have to tell you this because you were already there. I love New York City. You know why? If you miss, let's say you're going to go to XYZ building on Broadway, okay? And you're reading the numbers, and you're reading the numbers, and you're reading the numbers, and you miss it. And you're like, oh, fuck, I missed it. What I love about New York City is you can take the very next street, take a right. Like, so if you're going down the street, take a right. Go down the end of that street, take a right. Go down the end, go take a right, take a right, and you back up on Broadway. Everything's gridded.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all gridded. You can't. You do that in Boston? Ha 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 ha. You can't do that in Boston.
Yeah, I did that in New Orleans one time. And went past where I wanted to go, made a right, ended up on a different street. It's like, what the hell? I had to do it 2 more times just to see where the hell I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're set up like a wagon wheel down there.
Back in the old days, you can. Yeah, Boston's horrible, Double K. Boston, where they built a tunnel, we call it the Big Dig. They called it the Big Dig. We call it the Big Mess. So they put this tunnel in. Well, there was always a tunnel there, but they just put. Anyways, if you miss an exit in that tunnel and you say, "Oh, I'll just get off at the next exit and I'll go back," that's probably a half hour's worth of shit.
Right.
I'm serious. It's just we're in New York. It's not, unless of course it's a lot of traffic. But you know what I'm saying? At least you know where you are. Boom, boom, boom. Everything was gridded. You know.
No, driving
Well,
around.
and, in my big when I was out in like New York, or big metropolis areas.
Yep.
Or the narrower streets and stuff like that, and you've got a larger tractor trailer, and your right-hand turns are a heck of a lot tighter than your left-hand turns.
Right.
Just remember, 3 lefts make a right.
Exactly.
and I've done that many a time.
Right
And I
on.
like it that they've got the what do they call them? The jug head turns up there.
Yep.
Yeah,
Jug handles.
jug handles.
Yep. That's what they call them.
But the extra wide.
No, it's just it's
You exit off to the right, and it swings around.
It
and then crosses
over. Right. So we have
Gotcha.
okay. So like US North 1, right? Or US 1. Up here, there's a few other places. There's a few other places that have the jug handles, but you're on US 1 North, okay, and now you want to go US 1 South. In this, again, there's more than just one, but in this one particular spot. So like Driver was just saying, you're going up the highway, and it's only a 2-lane highway to begin with, and then it's south.
usually a median in there or
two
something.
going south.
Right.
So you get off at this jug handle. There'll be a set of lights, to start, and obviously to stop the north and southbound traffic on US 1, and then you wait, you turn at the light, you take a left, you're back on a South 1. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of cool how they do it, but a lot of the out-of-state drivers too, though, sometimes have an issue because it's really, hey, Scotty Douglas, what's up? It's a sharp corner,
Gotcha. Yeah, all over this state, they're stuffing in those roundabout things.
Oh, I
over
hate
the place.
roundabouts.
See, up here we call them rotaries.
They cause so many accidents, it's ridiculous.
We call them rotaries up here, and they keep taking them out too. They're taking them out, the rotaries. Well, I shouldn't say that. They're putting in like little ones, but like the rotary that I have up here that connects me to the interstate, they're taking it out, and they're just going to make a loop ramp.
Right.
Well, yeah, a loop ramp or a clover leaf or whatever is a
Yep.
whole lot better than a roundabout.
Right.
Yep.
on.
I know what you mean.
Especially
Hey,
if
Swamp
it's a
Donkey.
big truck. I tell you, you have to be over in the far right lane to be going around it, and your rear trailer wheels might be jumping the freaking curve
Yep.
on the left.
Right. Well, they make them so small here, a truck can't even get around most of them.
Man.
They do
I'll
them
tell
on
you.
the side streets.
I'm in Walmart today, right? Speaking of trucks, Trav, you're gonna laugh your ass off. I'm in Walmart today. You can't enter the Walmart parking lot without seeing the sign, tractor trailers go right.
Yeah.
Okay? You can't. Because it's a one-lane road. Well, technically it's 2 lanes. It's not a one-way road. It's just a one lane going both ways,
Yeah.
okay? And, I mean, it's wide, though. You know what I mean? But as soon as you turn into it, you can't help but see. And I'm not talking some little rinky-dink sign. I'm talking about a flippin' sign. Okay? Tractor trailers turn right. What does this guy do? He goes all the way down the left-hand side of the parking lot, right? And now he thinks he's going to turn right in front of the store where the fire lane is in front of the store, I look at him, and so I'm trying to let him go because I'm like, I can't wait to see how he's going to handle this. And my wife's like, what's the matter? I'm like, I got to see this guy do this. This is just silly. She goes, no, come on, we're in a rush. So he looked at me, he says, go ahead, cross. So he let us cross. I looked at him and says, dude, you didn't see that sign out front? He goes, well, yeah. I said, well, why didn't you pay attention to it? I said, because now you're going to take out that car. You're not going to make this corner. It's a 90. It's a regular 90, all right? There's a car right on the corner. I said, you're not going to do it. You didn't swing wide enough. It's just not going to happen. And you don't have the room to swing wide enough. I was in the store with my wife, I don't know, 15 minutes. I come out, he's in the same friggin' spot.
Yeah.
Ten-lane roundabouts.
Oh, yeah, in England?
Wow.
That would be fun.
Shoot. It's like that European vacation where he gets stuck in the
Yeah.
roundabout.
They're not yielding.
Yeah, but sure
But-
enough, it's a little four-wheeler that's in the inside lane, and all of a sudden he wants to be on the outside lane and cuts all of them at one time.
And don't forget. And then, hey, Mr. Tully, what are you doing out there? Get in here. I didn't know you were around. Good to see you. Don't forget that in England, you're on the other side of the goddamn street, too.
Right.
So that's going to be pretty hairy. You know, if you're used to obviously driving here.
Well, it seems like in a big truck, if you get stuck on the inside making a left-hand turn on a roundabout, then your whole right side of the truck is blind.
Oh, yeah.
So how are you supposed to get over?
Let it flash 3 times and start moving.
Yep.
and don't do it fast. Just do it gradually,
Right.
and let so they have time to say, "Hey, this mother is coming across me."
Yep.
Right.
They usually move.
Hit the brakes or the horn.
Dude.
One of the two.
I've seen drivers take out hydrants and not even know it.
Yeah, way back in the 70s, they had taken out a street light, but they left the big, huge cement base to it
Mm-hmm.
because they had put in the overhead lights. And I was making a right, and it was a short one because of the median and everything. So I knew I was going to jump the curb, but didn't think anything about it. And all of a sudden, man, it sort of grabbed me and whipped me back, and I'm going, "What the hell?" So I thought, well, maybe there was a dip there. So I tried it again, and it did the same thing. Went forward, and all of a sudden it whipped me back. Here I was trying to pull that cotton picking base out with the rear axle, pulled it back, and you talk about a dog leg trailer. Man, that thing was dog legged.
Was following I have they run a small garbage truck where I work. It's a campus, so it can get around. And I was following it behind it the other day. I swear to God, they had just got it back because they had a fill-in truck. That thing was dog-legged, I swear to God, like 3 feet over. So when the guy pulled around the corner, I got up beside him and let him know,
Oh, if a driver can't tell, I can tell if that thing is dog-legged an inch.
Right?
What do you mean, dog legged?
Where the
Out of
ass
whack.
driving.
Yeah, the ass end looks like you're going down
That's
the road at an angle.
Oh, okay, yeah. I usually see those in flatbeds.
Right. But I've never seen something that far out. And the guy had no clue. He just, throw the guy in the truck and let him empty garbage cans,
Well, you know who I felt bad for was the guy that was driving the trailer up here, and he was from Montreal. Was it Montreal? Yeah, I think it was Montreal. And one of the toll booth people come up on the, because some of the toll booths up here have the tunnels underground. So then you come up on a set of stairs, and then you can walk across the lane and go down. You know what I mean?
Right.
Guy come up out of the stairs. Truck was going by, and it took him down the street about 100 yards.
Wow.
The trucker didn't even know it. He just kept driving. And then they got the truck. And he's like, "What?" He's like, "But I stopped. I paid my. There's no way I was going fast." He goes, "I paid my thing." He said, "There was nobody there." He's like, I gave the girl my ticket. She said, "Have a nice night," and I pulled away. And the guy was really broke. He was really, really, really sure. They never charged him with anything,
Right.
But still, the guy was he had no idea. No idea at all. I felt bad. Just reading, I felt bad.
Why would they have stairs coming up that close to a road?
Oh, it's horrible, dude. And you would think they would know how to. I'm sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
Years ago, they had a video, and a guy in a wheelchair was crossing the street, and a trucker did not see him.
Hmm.
And when he started to pull out or whatever, you know, the guy in the wheelchair swung his. Anyway, the chair was facing the right direction, so the truck just started pushing him down the frickin' road. And somebody in the car was taking a video of a guy in a wheelchair on the front of a truck being pushed down the road like at 50 miles an hour.
Holy
And the
smokes.
truck had no idea that the guy was there. Oh, they got him pulled over and everything was all right. But man, you talk about freaking out.
Yep.
Because I've seen trucks pushing cars down the road sideways. Didn't even know that they had a car in front of them.
Joe B, you got some hard-boiled eggs, and send it in to me, bro. Yeah, so drivers, I tell you, put my name in for at work. I put my name in the hat to drive for FedEx. If I have my choice, I don't want to do P&D work, but
Which kind? In the little in the panel van, or you wanting to do a
no tractor,
in and out during the day?
tractor trailer, yeah.
You get like 2 or 3 hours out and 2 or 3 hours back, whatever.
Well, no, what it is, it's well, yeah, they call that line haul, but
yeah,
and they use the tandems for that. That's what I load up at night is the tandems.
Little pup trailers.
Yeah, and they just throw a dolly on it and off they go, you know.
Right.
But yeah, they go up to we go up to shit. Harrisburg, North Harrisburg, and then we go to Newburgh, New York, Albany, New York, Hartford, Connecticut.
Mr. Dolly.
Hey, Mr. Tolly.
Hey, Tall. But
yeah, I'd have to go along with Jeff. The UPS, I think, has a better. But
no.
Is FedEx the union? I know UPS. Even if you don't join the union, you still have to pay the dues. I know that.
No, FedEx is not union.
I know it wasn't when I drove for them. I was with FedEx Customer Critical for years.
FedEx. Oh, really? Double K? No, FedEx is not union, Joe. But they pay union wage and they pay top mileage. There's guys in there, I think they're making upwards of 80-something cents a mile.
That'd be some good money.
You go from they have we call them line haul guys, okay? So the line haul guys, the trucks that I'm loading up for them to take off, and they take off about 9:15 at night. They all have gate times, okay? And they're supposed to be out the gate by 9, 9:15 rather. What some of the drivers do now, some of the drivers don't. They've been there long enough. They don't want to work on the dock. Fine, whatever. The other drivers, they work on the dock, on our dock, from like 6:30 to 8:30, and then they get in their truck. Thanks, Double K. I'll do that. Then they go and you know, let's say if they're going to Newburgh, right? And I have no idea how many miles it is to Newburgh. I'll put it in the computer in a minute. But they go to Newburgh. They work on Newburgh's dock for a couple hours, and then they'll drive back. But the way they do it is they get paid by the mile, and then when they're working on the dock, they get their hourly wage.
Right.
They got drivers in there making $100,000 a year.
Sweet.
You know what I mean? The P&D guys, the city guys, they're making $75,000, $78,000 a year.
Now, is that working ridiculous boatload of hours, or?
Well, it can't work too many hours because the what do you call it won't let them.
Yeah, in the truck. But I would imagine you could put some hours in on the dock.
What's that, Tall?
Working on the dock is still working hours.
It's working but not driving.
Right.
So there is a difference.
Yeah, but if you're filling out a logbook, it still counts.
Yeah, you have to fill it on your logbook, but it doesn't count as doesn't go against your 10 hours of driving.
Right.
Uber,
What you got to do, though, I think it's 11 hours of driving last I remembered.
yeah, it's 11 or 10, one or the other. All right, so
you had to do that in the 14 hours. You got a 14-hour window to get your 11 hours of driving time in, and your dock time or your working time still counts against that 14-hour window. So if you work on the dock for 8 hours, you just cut that out of your driving time. So now you only get 6 hours of driving time.
right, but it's from where they're going. Of course, this is nighttime driving, not daytime.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be sitting in tons of traffic. All right, so from where I work at night, and I just typed in Newburgh, New York. I didn't type in any certain address. I just typed in Newburgh. Okay. It is 3 hours and 24 minutes, or 208 miles. Well, 207.7, so shoot me for 0.3 of a mile, okay? But 208 miles. So they're way under the mileage for 500. All right.
Yeah.
Per night. So that's not an issue. It's a 3.5, so 3.5 and 3.5 is 6. 6 hours of driving, okay? 2 hours on each dock is 10 hours. Is it 10 hours?
Right.
And plus the half hour break.
Yeah, the 30 minutes that you requested, or you have
Right.
to take that within what, the first 2 hours, or right after the first?
No, they have to take that. No,
They
it's.
changed it so
within
cotton picking many times.
I think it's the 4 hours, ain't it? Isn't it 4 hours now?
And like I said, they did a bunch of changes as of January again, so I'm not up
Okay.
on all of them again.
And then we go to Albany, New York. And Albany is 2 hours and 51 minutes, or 179 miles. So, you know what I mean? Now we have one of the guys on the dock that he'll work on our dock. He's an old timer. He'll work on our dock, and he comes in earlier. He comes in at like 5:45, and he'll stay till like 8:30, or just about gate time. And then he drives to Albany, doesn't work their dock, and then drives right back. But he's still killing it too. So
Good. Hope you get it.
I hope so too. And so they're getting unbelievable, money per mile.
But okay, you said, but you wanted to. I thought you said though that you didn't have a license for a trailer. You just did bobtail. you only had a Class B or something.
I think he froze up.
Or he's thinking real hard or something. Follow the light, Mike. Where you at? Yeah, he definitely froze.
Yeah, my lower's not working either.
I took mine down because I felt bad, but mine was the only one up.
You're the only one in town. You got to charge people to see it.
I
I
don't
wish I
have
could take credit. He'll be back. Tully, it looks like you're trying to pull an alfalfa. You got
It does, doesn't it?
both hair right up straight, standing straight up. I was gonna say that was probably out of context. Nobody knows who in the hell alfalfa is.
I know who alfalfa is. We'll put a hat on it.
Yeah, that was my favorite show after school. Little Rascals, Three Stooges.
Lost in space tonight.
Yep, Lost in Space.
About a month ago, my wife decided to start watching the old times sitcoms or whatever. So we're watching from Leave It to Beaver to I can't think of all the names of them. Hazel and what is it? Father Knows Best. And
Yep.
going, my, sitting here and watching all these black and white ones on a big screen.
Cool.
That seems kind of fun, doesn't it?
What was the dirtiest thing ever said on television?
Oh, shucks.
Ward, you were a little tough on the beaver last night.
That's just innuendo.
And I think I've heard that a couple of times on there. And it didn't click the way that you said it, but
No, folks didn't think that way back then, did they?
Yeah, they said they didn't.
I like it. You know, when they show the bedroom, everything's twin beds. You know.
Yep.
Yep. From like the Dick Van Dyke show, that was the one I first saw that in.
Yeah. And I was surprised when I started watching it. I guess the bullet bras were the thing that all the women wore back then, because I mean, some of these are just, you know, almost like the Madonna outfit.
Right on. Bullet
But
bras.
they say, you know, those
There you
old
go.
fashions come back eventually.
I wanted them to stand out for sure.
You can poke your darn eye out.
What's your t-shirt today? I have a what?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, something about being in a band. I can't read it upside down. So I don't have a job. I don't have a car. I don't have any money, but I'm in a band. I think I've had this shirt for 20 years.
Yeah, this one's at least that old too.
Yep. I just rotate the pile once in a while. So start using the good ones on the bottom.
Flip the stack over and start over again.
Yep. Boy, Mike must have got the boot big time.
Yeah. Carr made mention that we were going to time out here. What's he have, 5 minutes? Is that what they say?
Yeah, that's right. I think that's what
Yeah, I think
Michelle
it's
said.
been 3.
Forewarned, everybody. If we just disappear, you know what happened.
Mike did it.
Mike's over at his house throwing his computer around the living room, swearing at Google. or YouTube, whoever runs it now.
Somebody send him a link.
That's funny. Yeah, I get some pretty good life out of my T-shirts.
I do too. I usually get a couple of years out of them. It seems.
Yep. Well, that's one good thing. One good thing I brought from my ex-wife is if you buy a lot, it takes longer to wear it out. So instead of buying 1 pack of socks, you buy 2 packs of socks.
Yep.
And they don't go through the